Today on Knights of Andar.
Will see me and acknowledge me as your equal, if not your superior.
Let me be honest with you, sir. I'm from another timeline. This plane is not real.
Good evening and welcome to Audio Dungeon. I'm your host, Tony Hansen, joined by the rest of the Audio Dungeon crew, and today's episode is Season 3, Episode 7 of Knights of Andar. It is entitled Forged in Darkness. Guys, for those watching right now, this is the perfect time to give your Patreon rerolls for these nice people next to me. Last week, they were in the Citadel, battling the Necromancer. They ousted him from the Eagle Realm. They ousted him from the Citadel, and they fought him physically. When they did, they were able to drive him from the body that he was controlling, which was Cyrus Maynard. We learned in a flashback done by Cole that Cyrus was a part of the school in Solst, and they were led into necromancy through a teacher there. That teacher was possessed by the Necromancer. The Necromancer jumped to Cyrus Maynard, and Cyrus, for the first time, at least in this case, we found out the spirit of the Necromancer left him, and Cyrus was left behind. Now, after that, Craston, Liam's character, went in and stopped the Necromancer from joining with Dr. Arcane. Now, the only thing we know is that the Necromancer is still in existence. If one wish worked that was made last week, he is not appearing. He is disappeared. But he is still somewhere in existence, some in the realm, we just don't know where. So that is where he is right now. Last week we ended off on a very pivotal moment. We know that you guys are looking to forge some armor and some weapons. You guys made a lot of wishes. The last wish made was by Hutch, who wished for the power of an ancient. That's bold, Cotton.
I tried to keep it together, sorry.
So, during that whole thing, during the whole escapade of everyone making their wishes in the sanctuary behind the throne, before that, something was happening over to the side. And we're going to go to Rob. Caddick.
Yes.
Last week, your brother fell to the ground. You went over to see him, and you realized that this is the last version of your brother to exist that you know of. He is clearly dying in front of you. And if there was anything to say, this would be it. Whether you run over to him for anything you feel is up to you, for good or for bad, or for revenge, or for pity, empathy, it's up to you. But your character runs over to him. He's on the ground. The battling is happening around you. Carl Linger is there. Carl Linger made an appearance. He came out of the shadows. Lump is there fighting Sparky. Guildmaster Burr is there. You are tending to your brother. We're now going to start from that moment.
Okay, I render aid. Paladin, I can... Actually, no, I'm not. That guy died, right? Paladin Caddick.
You can still render aid, though.
I could just render aid in the basic way.
Yeah. Okay, so you start wrapping up like a wound. He's like, brother.
It's all right.
I'm gone.
Don't worry, Edric. Well,
I have minutes left, brother. If you want anything to say to me, this is the time.
Well, I shall miss you. Shall miss you greatly. I know our paths... Well, we certainly crossed paths at the end there, but... Well, I'll remember the good knight you were.
Leave me with a fond memory that you have of me, please.
Ah, yes, of course. Why, it was the first day, the Tournament of the North. I was but a young squire.
And what was I?
You were newly knighted, and were riding in the tourney.
Yes.
Ah,
I remember.
when you unhorsed the Duke of Bedfordshire. I've never seen anyone so proud.
He leaned to his left. It was easy. And what did Father say? I forget. I remember it was memorable. What did he say?
Ah, yes. He said you would be the finest knight this family had ever seen.
Ah, yes, that's why I remember.
Well,
In my timeline, I killed you. Sorry. But I had to do it.
yes, well, these timelines can make us all do crazy things. I've gone into the past, tried to do things right a second time. What can be done?
Before I go, make sure you get to the dungeon.
Starts closing his eyes.
The dungeon? Which one? What dungeon?
Dungeon in the Citadel.
Dungeon in the Citadel. Brother! Solemnly close his eyes.
He dies. He is no more. What do you do?
I will get up and see what how everyone has been doing in the battle.
You turn around and the battle is over. You're just in time to see the necromancer spirit rush over your head pretty much and go into the behind the throne room.
His spirit races behind the throne.
So everyone gets together. They rush behind the throne. We're going to say here because you weren't here in the last episode that you're attending to your brother, and I'd imagine maybe you would do say something to your god or something like that, or no? Do you just leave him there?
Yeah, I say something to the keeper.
Okay.
Oh, keeper, look after this man.
Okay, so you tend to your brother. Everyone goes inside. You eventually catch up. You go behind the throne. You walk into a portal to catch up everyone else, and you learn that Krasen has disappeared. No one knows where he is right now. And everyone spends the next few moments kind of figuring out what's going on. It's like a mystery. Everyone's just walking around, taking in the room. You even see the dragons that were in the room are crumbled, and they fall apart. And the soul of one of them only goes back into Cole. And for those who don't remember, Cole has kind of taken on the properties of like an Andarian spirit, where he's actually absorbing everything that was in the crystal. So he does take one of the dragons back, and that was Atlas, which everyone last week voted on. Everyone's figuring things out. Finally, everyone goes back into the room behind the throne, and they begin to make wishes. You spend the first part of that, where everyone's making all these wishes, just watching. Finally, we end on Hutch, and this brings your character up to present day. We end on Hutch, who makes a wish for the power of an ancient. When he does, you see the crystal hammer that you're holding, which was destroyed, but you wished for a one that looked, a one that looked just like it was the wish, and it glows, and you glow, and you feel all this power rushing to you. And for a second, you feel like you know everything. And then it kind of calms down. And you feel a connection to the Citadel. You don't feel like you can wish for anything, but you feel like you're empowered. It's the only way you can kind of express that. You see this. Everyone's looking at him right now. He's just dealing with what's happening to him physically. If you want to make an action, if you want to make a wish or do something, you can try. That's up to you.
Oh, wow. A wish. What could I possibly wish for? Maybe I should have the power of an ancient as well. Or what did all of you wish for? I don't want to overlap.
Well, I asked for some magical weapons, and everyone turned into magical weapons. So then I had to wish for that to go back to normal. So really, nothing too successful on my part.
I wished for the last Dark Heart to be destroyed right now,
Perfect.
but I don't think it worked.
Because of something about the wording.
Perhaps for whatever reason.
I have a theory on that.
Oh yeah.
We know there's 4 Dark Hearts. We destroyed 3 of them. Right? You wish for the final one to be destroyed, but maybe there's a secret 5th Dark Heart. And there isn't only one left to be destroyed.
That could be.
Like it.
I wished for Essence to be brought back into existence, seeing it as she wasn't chosen to stay. But respecting Cole's choice, I also wished for Atlas to have a heart for the people in Andaria.
Wow.
Maybe it'll have him think twice before he wants to enslave us. I don't know.
But now Atlas is inside of you, Cole. Can you
Yeah, I mean,
have his power, or
And you saw that happen, yeah.
so?
I'm not like part dragon or anything. That's what you mean.
Spirit is just trapped within.
I don't know if it's trapped, so like that has a malevolent sound to it, which I don't think is appropriate. I feel like I am a vessel for these unattached souls. I don't think I can utilize their power for myself, but I do think that I may be able to call them forth for short periods of time. We did something like that with the Elven King when we were in combat with the Necromancer's physical form. So, yes.
So perhaps I should wish. I wish.
Hold on. I just want to remind you of what we're planning on doing, so that you don't waste a wish. Now, Hutch is assuming he's done with this ancient thing up that is happening, and he's still planning to proceed with his plan. He is going to forge in the forge here magical armor and weapons for us, using this very, very powerful crystal around us. So we don't necessarily need to wish for weapons or armor. We will get that. But we are going to fight an army of undead. And then the Necromancer in his final form,
Yes.
in his lair.
The
If
dungeon.
they're still there. We did try to wish the army away. The
That's
undead.
true.
I had wished for all the
Right,
dark evil creatures protecting the last Dark Heart to be destroyed.
right. But we don't know if it really worked or not.
The dungeon.
Basically.
There was a sign, right? I feel like there was more positive, like, whoom, 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 when you wish that one than, like, some of the other stuff, right?
There was something.
There was something, but it
And
was
I wish
not
for all-
clear.
For all the Dark Hearts to be turned to light.
That's
But
right.
I don't think
well,
it
I was-
worked.
Thinking of wishing something about the Dark Hearts too, but now I'm wondering if
Choose your words wisely.
both of you tried. Has anyone checked the dungeon? My brother said something in his dying words.
The dungeon.
Yes, something down there.
Here?
No,
Dungeon here?
Yes.
I did not think to check the dungeon.
You see a bit of light happen. All of that was recorded as your wish because you started with "I wish."
What did I wish for?
I don't know.
I have a paragraph of what you just said.
You were typing everything I said?
Yeah.
Wow.
But he stopped
Can I ask something?
himself.
Wait.
He stopped me. He stopped him. He said, "I wish," and he stopped him, and it was still active. And then I'm just waiting for him to
But-
finish. He watched all of you do it about 15 wishes. So
Okay.
for him to do it, he had to be touching the thing.
Yeah,
because he knows.
okay, yeah, because he didn't say anything about that. So
Yeah, so for him to do it means that he was.
gotcha. Yeah, you're right. You got it.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I follow.
I am so curious as to what is going to happen.
Oh my goodness.
Well. Made the wish. Let's check out that dungeon.
Well, what did you? I did not realize you. I'm sorry. I did not realize you were touching the
Yes,
wishing stone upon that entire conversation.
Just so you know, you saw everyone had 3 wishes.
appears I neglected to remove my hand from it in my lab, since I have a second wish, though. Perhaps I should also undo the wish I just did. I heard that's you did that earlier. I believe.
But you
It's
have to be
it's
very,
always something.
I want to
have.
be careful. You have to be very careful about that just as much.
I think that first wish was probably harmless. It seemed mostly very unclear what I
Jibba
even said.
jabba.
Right.
Okay.
So
Just so you know, if you want to undo it, this would be the time.
I wish canceled. No, second wish canceled. That meant no. That's
What?
Wait, no,
Wait, what?
no,
Oh no.
no.
I was canceling the second wish. That one.
You want to cancel the first wish.
Yeah, Rob.
The first wish is the one that you want to unwish. Now you just use your second
no,
wish.
no. The second wish was canceled.
I think,
I wish, I wish,
think
wish
you-
canceled. That was the second wish.
I think you
I
wished
wish-
away
you
your
just said
second
I
wish.
That actually was a sentence. I wish canceled. That was a second wish.
All right.
So what? That
I
do?
wish the wish canceled. That was a second wish.
So your first wish, you don't know what it was. You used your second wish to wish away that second wish. And now you want to wish away your first wish.
Yeah, I think that's.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think you
That's-
used the second wish to cancel out your second wish,
That's what it sounded like.
and now you need to use your third wish to cancel out the first wish that you made.
If you want to cancel
If you
out
want
the
to cancel
first
out, I
wish,
do
you
not know what happened.
Don't have to.
Let it roll at this point.
Your third wish.
I think with only one wish remaining now.
So make it a good
A
one.
new wish.
And your first
becomes
two,
imperative.
regardless of what you think, they're both active.
They did something. A wish was made.
So you just choose what your third wish is going to be.
There are no
God.
wishes for more wishes. You know that too.
Right.
I wish for any remaining dark hearts to be destroyed.
Granted.
There you go.
You wish for any remaining dark hearts to be destroyed. Granted.
Okay.
Destroy. I guess it's too late.
Too late to add anything.
Destroy it, comma.
Still going.
You want to destroy commas?
How did the wish the how does the wish interpret destroyed?
Now
Who are you
you're
asking?
this.
Who are you
You,
asking?
I guess.
Who's me?
You.
Out of game. How does the wish?
I decline the answer out again.
Oh, okay.
I choose not to.
Choose
Choose not to
Well, if you're
answer.
not going to answer, then I see.
We're gonna Patreon rerolls. We're going to do them right now really quick. Coming in from
Oh,
Richard
man.
Wild is for Tom.
Thank you, Richard.
It is a luck roll. Luck roll for
Yeah,
Scroll
thank
from
you, Jason.
Spector.
Thank you.
Coming in from Charles Morrison for Brooke.
Woo!
Can the crew please roll 2d6
Yes, thank
except
you,
Tom?
Charles.
What? What is that, Charles? What is that?
Everyone rolls.
Who gets a charge?
Wait,
2d6.
So I don't know what that would be because he already gave away his reroll.
Yeah.
5.
11.
Oh no, I know what he's for. That's for
6.
something different. It's for something
Okay.
different. I actually
6.
don't know what it's for, but I know why he's not.
I rolled
why
a
it's not
5,
me.
Charles.
5. Brooke,
Total.
8.
you got 2?
11.
11.
All right, these are for Charles to do
look at that.
something else.
Okay.
Right.
Patreon reroll to Tom from Phantom in the Morning.
Thank
Nice.
you. Thank you.
Oni gives his to Dan this week.
All right. Thank you, Oni.
What up, One?
And that might be it. Guys, if I missed one, just let me know. Okay. You make the wishes. You're out of wishes. Done a good job. You did about as good as everyone else did.
Yep.
Yeah,
I would say that's accurate.
That's about right.
You didn't turn us all into
But
swords.
I heard you missed. You had wishes too. I was like, oh, I wouldn't have been any good. And then I got my chance here. And
You proved it.
yeah.
It's tough.
So eventually you guys leave this room. You leave with the idea of forging weapons and armor out of the crystal. And eventually making your way down into hell at the bottom of this tower to go find the last Dark Heart to kill it. That is your plan. You guys can do whatever you like. It's up to you. Roleplay.
Now, maybe we should check out this dungeon.
Yes. Should we split up? You
No.
forging the
Probably
no.
not.
You think
No.
too dangerous? Very well then.
Let's go to find the forge first and make sure that Hutch has everything he needs. How are you
Feeling?
feeling? Do it.
How am I feeling?
You feel energized.
I feel much more powerful than I ever was.
You feel like, you feel more powerful than a normal humanoid.
Can you lift those heavy rocks over there?
I walk over to the rocks.
Do you wish to use some of the energy?
Whoa.
Do I wish to use some of the energy?
Yeah.
Do I get the sense that I have a limited amount of it?
It is limited, but there's a lot of it. So you can use, out of 100%, give me a percentage that you want to use.
No, I don't want to use any.
Okay.
I don't want to exert my powers right now,
Very wise.
but I can feel them
They ought not be used lightly, no doubt.
surging through every tendon and ligament.
Krasin turns to you, and he brings you over to another guy in the room. This was the dungeon keeper. And he's like, he knows where the dungeon is. The dungeon keeper comes over, who's a vampire. He's literally one of the only higher-ups that is left. Everyone else was killed. And he goes over to the portal, and he goes, runs his hand around the portal, and the portal swirls into like a black mist. If you wish to go to dungeon, just travel through.
Perhaps I should check out the dungeon then.
Just how dungeon keeper. How would he get out from there?
I will release him.
What's down there?
All sorts of creatures. It's an endless dungeon in all directions.
Oh,
What would Hex be
If-
referring to, though?
yes. If
I don't know what
what's
you're talking
notable? If someone were to go down there looking for something, but they're not quite sure what, do you know where they should start? An endless dungeon sounds daunting.
It's designed to be torturous.
Is there any items
No,
strewn about?
it's endless.
An endless dungeon. Why would I?
I don't know. I merely opened the door for you.
Yes, and I appreciate it, kind dungeon keeper. Could be in there. Of use.
Anything. It's endless. There could be vast deserts,
Could you release
mountain
me?
ranges.
Could you release me? At any
Stephen Bush just says start at the beginning.
A very good place to start.
Could you release me whenever I wish?
Yes.
Well then, I will check out this dungeon, and I will reunite with you all soon.
Do you walk into the black swirling mist?
Yes.
Anyone else walk in?
Oh.
Okay. You walk in. You're there by yourself. None of your allies have followed you. The portal behind you closes.
Right.
You're in darkness. You hear sounds. Some you can distinguish. Some you think you can distinguish. Some you have never heard before.
Total darkness.
Yes.
All right, I'll start walking in one direction, slowly. Not
Okay.
trip.
You walk in a direction and you hear like a very unique and large sound.
It's good.
Matter of beast could this be? Easy there.
You hear your voice echo, and it seems to go everywhere. When it does, you hear another voice answer. Son? Caddock,
Father,
where are you?
I'm in the dungeon of the Citadel.
This cursed place.
Indeed.
You see your father walk over. He kind of like hobbles over. Apparently he's been through a lot. He's physical in this world. He's been a spirit for a long time. I'm sorry you're in here with me. Trapped for eternity, it seems. There's no aging in here, my son. This is forever.
What is it, this place? I was...
It's a dungeon.
A dungeon.
It's eternal. It's a spell.
The dungeon keeper, for me, he could help me leave here at any time.
The dungeon keeper is the one that put me in here. Of course, at the word of Hex, your brother.
Yes. Put you in here, and, well, he told me to walk in, and Hex told me there was something down here. Was he sending me to find you?
I don't know. You look like you've been through a lot.
Yes, indeed. Timelines converging, and
He walks over to your armor and kind of like dusts off your armor. It's important to maintain the appearance of a knight, of course.
yes, indeed.
You always represent our house, no matter which son of which timeline you are of mine, it does not matter.
Yes, of course, I will always try and do honor to your name.
We may face great evil down here in the days to come.
Is the dog heart down here? The necromancer?
No, the Dark God is above the citadel, is above the throne.
Above the throne.
Yes.
Ah, yes. And why did my brother, send you to here?
It's Dr. Arcade's doing, I believe. Turned him against me.
Yes, Dr. Arcane. Well, he has been defeated.
Truly.
Yes. But
What of your brother?
necromance-
What of Hex?
Your son Edric has died, Father. I'm sorry to say.
Having uttered his true name out in longer than I can remember, he refused to allow me to call him that. You say he's dead?
Yes, he fell prey to the schemes of Dr. Arcane and the Necromancer.
And what of us?
My companions seek to forge new weapons that follow the Necromancer. Destroy him.
Have they forsaken you? We are here in this dungeon.
No, I intend to reunite with them once I leave here.
I don't know if it's coming across, but I'm very confused about what's happening here. You are here in this dungeon. Were you sent here?
I walked in of my own free will. Do you think the dungeon keeper will not grant me passage out?
It is cryptic talking to you, my son. Are we trapped here? Or or not? What is happening?
Of course not. Dungeon Keeper.
He appears. You see your father just opens the sword.
I was explaining to my father how you granted me passage to this place. He...
Yes, you may leave if you wish. He opens the portal up. He's like, let's get out of this place. He just walks right out.
Very well. Well, Dungeon Keeper, thank you. I also walk out.
Okay, you guys walk out. While they are gone, that was painful.
Oh, I thought it was going to happen.
While they are gone, the lift, the lights up. And you see walking in with his top hat on, Bardot.
Oh, man.
Did I not tell you that there would be a way to live? In all of the timelines, this does not happen. You die in the sunken city. But look what we have forged together. You've made it. How do you feel?
I feel better than I've ever felt.
And you are ready to take your destiny. Do you wish to know your destiny?
My destiny.
You see, today will be my last day as Chronomancer. That's it.
What?
I've done my part, I received what I needed. And now I will pass on it to someone else. So a small present, if you wish to know.
What is my destiny?
He comes up to your ear, and he whispers into your ear your destiny. Dan now knows what it is in real life.
How do I know you're not lying to me?
I have no need to lie. I tell you what is. It is simply that. And now to take my throne.
What?
He walks up to the throne, sits down.
Isn't it broken?
It is broken.
Very uncomfortable.
What?
Nobody warned me. Of course, like all things, it can be rebuilt. Yes. I shall be the new ruler of the Citadel. Does this shock you? A citadel of vampires, ruled by me. I've always wanted to be with my own kind. Now I have done it. Thanks to all of you. And thanks to me, you are all alive. I feel this is fair. I don't want to hear your knightly friend come back and start speaking the oath and measure to me.
Understood. I mean, he talks a lot, but I think I can't speak to fair or not fair, but you played your part.
Yes. Anything to say, Sir William?
No.
Very good. Now, as a new ruler of the Citadel, I will inform you that you will have safe passage to the bottom. I know, of course, you'll be forging weapons and armor. You may do so at your wish. And if you wish to take some soldiers, if they are alive and willing to go with you, of course, you may. Take what you need. Once you leave, your kind will not be welcome here. For anyone who comes to the Citadel going forward, must be vampire. Unless you're a special guest, of course. You appear in the room with your father.
My father was in the dungeon.
What?
Hello?
Secured his release.
Lord,
This
My lord.
I am Lord
Lord
Eldred
Eldred.
Lord Eldred.
of Oakrost.
Yes, we have heard much about you. It is a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And you.
Lord Eldrin.
You honor me, sir.
It is, must be quite a day for you to see me here. Alongside Caddock. Both as equals, as
I
knights
must
of
say,
Andaria.
I did not recognize you. Hutch, yes?
Of course.
It's been a long time for me. Wow. Look at you. Good for you, Hutch. A knight now.
A knight of Andaria.
Very good. I imagine trained by the best, of course, yes?
Much, indeed. Being at my side for all these years. Thought of a lot.
Very good. The teaching should pass from one to another to another. That is how we keep the knighthood strong. Enough. Enough talk. Whatever your mission is, I am here to help you. For as long as I don't draw a breath anymore, but as long as I live in whatever I call this existence.
Okay.
My sword is yours.
It's an honor to have you, sir.
Just check. Last Lord Eldrin that we saw in our timeline was a vampire.
I am indeed vampire.
Okay. All right. Well, it's great to have you. Great to have you. We'll catch you up as we go. Lord Caddick, Lord Eldrin, meet the new ruler of the Citadel, our friend of the soon-to-be former Chronomancer, Bardell.
Good to meet you, sir.
Right? He is allowing us to use this facility today as much as we need to, right? To build weapons, armor, and recruit
yes.
any troops. And then we are to leave. And
Well, I
then-
do know my way around the Citadel. I'll be happy to show you if that's all right. Of course, of course. You are their guide. Make your way down to lower levels, forge your equipment, and make your way to the bottom.
Wonderful.
Pardon me, Bardot, but I assume you've heard of what happened to Hex.
Yes. What about it?
Was it part of a plan of yours, or was it something that you had anticipated?
I don't create any plans. I see what's happening and just make sure I'm where I want to be. It's always been a gift of mine, even before chronomancy.
Yes, I remember.
In fact, while in here, the chronomancy is quite useless. My innate gifts are the only thing I have in here. Which makes me unique. I believe there's no other chronomancer. Perhaps Serio.
Oh,
Serio had visions, from what I know.
you are unique. Thank you for your graciousness.
Of course.
When you say our kind is no longer welcome here, of course you mean
Non-vampire.
non-vampire.
You must
right.
be a vampire to enter, unless you receive a special invitation from myself. But that is the future. Let's first make sure there is a future.
Right.
Complete your quest.
Well then, where should we start?
Make your way below. Forge your weapons.
Right. All right.
Let's go.
All right.
You may
Are
follow
we
me. Carly was like, this is going to be fun. I can't wait.
Throws a dagger at the body again. Just in case.
I didn't throw the first one, right?
That's crazy ricochets everywhere.
They're everywhere. Crystal.
Ricochets. Who knew?
Okay, you guys make your way downstairs. You're followed by the Lute also. He's not really saying anything. Lute seems to be writing a song right now. And Carl's with you, and Lord Eltron's with you. You guys make your way down very far, and you're just following the words of Lord Eldrin. And he brings you down to a layer that is very far below. And it's a layer where there's forges everywhere. And the forges are made of crystal, and there are all tools around the room. This room is probably about 50 feet or so wide. There is like a version of like a forge that just looks kind of unique. You look at it, it's very different, but you're pretty sure that you can handle it. One by one, from what Lord Eldrin tells you, it's important that the only person near you is the person it's going to be bound to, because this isn't just iron or steel. This is crystal, and the crystal is tied to the soul. So in the area, it takes about 15 minutes to bind, and they're quick to forge because the crystal is just easily forgeable with the materials and the equipment you're using. So you're now going to do a role play with each person that is forging some sort of crystal item. Raise your hand if you're forging crystal armor or a crystal sword. Keep in mind that this is indeed stronger than anything you've ever had in the game.
Yeah, I like something. I don't know if you make something that fits me, but
When you ask that, is that a yes or no question?
For everybody else, yeah.
I thought you were asking, is that an either-or question?
I thought you were asking is anyone here making armor or a sword? And then you're going to ask, is anyone here making a crystal something else?
No, I'm just looking to see who's making crystal items.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to start
Understood.
with Damien. William, you walk up to Hutch, and you begin crafting. You guys can role play. This is while you're crafting.
William. Hutch. I'd like some armor, if it's possible.
I noticed that you didn't use your wish for your
That's
armor.
true. That's true.
It is true, isn't it? You didn't use your wish at all.
Not all of them.
What made you decide to ask me to forge your armor rather than wish for it, as you suggested we all do before?
I felt like the wishes were dangerous. It was an unnecessary risk.
So my forging is the last resort for you.
If you don't want to do it,
I'm
then
doing
don't
it,
do
William. I'm doing it.
Okay, do I have to listen to you complain about it while you do it?
Oh, it'd be nice to feel appreciated.
You are appreciated.
Ha.
Okay, you bind. It takes some time. You can feel yourself binding to the armor, and the armor to you. You're not doing a sword, right? Okay.
Nice.
So it's full plate mail, and we'll go over the specs later, but it's pretty strong.
Cool.
You guys switch out. Cole comes in. Cole, you are 100 feet. You're able to teleport because you have the ability to make yourself smaller, but also on the lift just takes you into light, so you just appear into the room. So you're large. You're basically just crouching into the room.
I feel like I would, I don't know, tap out all the supplies for any sort of armor or anything like that, but perhaps you can make me some sort of some gauntlets or gloves that I can use for combat.
Cole, if you'd like me to take every last crystal from this place to forge something from you, we'll do it.
No, that's all right. I've never used armor in my life. I'm not I don't know if I would even know how to work it. But yes, I feel like I can't use my guns. They're very small now for my hands. So you can give me something that I can, some sort of like, I don't know, like gloves, gauntlets, something that I can use to.
Richard Wilde suggested some sort of knuckle dusters. So you could design
Power of the punch.
You could design something for his hands to go around. You can slip them in. It would be very large. It'd take you some time, but you could do it.
Yeah. I take a look at his branches, and take a look at the offshoots, take a look at the size, take a look at the strength, flexibility.
You feel that if right now you got this kind of thought in your head, if you were to use some of your actual power from the Citadel, you could actually grant him an ability to turn his body into diamond, into crystal.
He can be like a crystal tree.
Yeah. For a certain amount of time.
This, like, periodically?
Yeah. Like you can use the ability.
Like an ability.
Oh, so you use the ability a certain amount of time, it expires, and then once you get to get it back like next day or something.
Yeah,
like that?
I would tell you how it works, but it'd be usable. It'd be worth it. Yeah, just if you want to do it.
This means that what? I would have to use some of my
Yeah.
power. Okay. Well, Cole, that's one option. I'm getting the feeling that I can use my newly gained powers for something else for you.
Like what?
A new ability. Your bark would be able to turn into pure crystal. And for a certain amount of time, every so often, you would be able to turn your entire self into crystal. Impenetrable and much, much more powerful. If you would like to.
Do it.
Okay. What am I forging now?
You start taking the crystal and putting it on him, and then you kind of like imbue your own energy into it. And when you do, the crystal goes around a section. You do it again, it goes around him. It's a mixture of your forging ability and a mixture of the power that's within you. It uses 1% of your power
Okay.
to do that entire thing.
Does it still get the knuckle dusters?
Yeah, they're created onto your
Okay.
All right.
yeah. A strike, 20 d6 damage.
What? Yikes.
You're pure crystal, so
All right.
when you punch. Maya comes in.
Hutch.
Maya, what would you like?
Armor, if you please,
Yes.
and a staff.
Very
New
well.
staff. Thank you.
Can I make both?
Yeah.
Okay. Forge.
Okay, crystal armor, crystal staff. And you have it.
Here you are.
Crystal staff does 10d6 damage.
Thank you, Hutch.
You're welcome. Send it,
I'm
Caddick.
nervous about the amount of damage we're going to have to deal out with the weapons.
Right.
Yeah.
Caddick.
Ah, Hutch.
Caddick.
Back at your forge, I see. Only now, the future of all humanity. Craft.
Back at my forge.
Yes, of course.
As if this is where I always belonged.
Well, truly, you were a great blacksmith. The forge certainly seemed to be your place. It's simply funny. Here you are again.
Caddick. We just sent the necromancer from this place. I did that by your side. Not by the side of my forge. And I couldn't help but notice when we saw your father. The only pride you took in my position as a Knight of Andaria was your training me? I don't recall being trained by you.
I believe I said that by your presence at my side, clearly you had learned a thing or two from me. Certainly no offense was to be given. I certainly took no offense when you declared yourself my equal.
We are equals.
You may have been
Caddick.
knighted, sir, but
And what is your title?
Lord Commander, do you forget?
I have been knighted a Knight of Andaria.
Yes, of course. A wonderful achievement.
Is there a reason you choose to reduce me only to what you see me as?
Hutch, I think you are far too caught up in such things. Being a blacksmith is nothing to be ashamed of.
Caddick. Tell me, what blacksmith have you known that has devoted his entire existence to saving all of existence? With you by your side.
None but Hutch. Sir Hutch. Anyway,
Caddock! This will be the end of this conversation, and then I will forge your weapons. Hear me now. You will see me and acknowledge me as your equal, if not your superior.
fate should put me in such a position, I will gladly welcome it. Sword, please.
I make the sword.
Hutch begins forging his sword. He binds it to you. He hands you the crystal sword.
Fine job.
10d6 damage.
Sir Caddock.
Carl just walks up and says, I don't need anything, just want to say hi.
Hello, Carl.
Hey.
Did I tell you I saw you in a play once?
No. Was it good?
Oh, it was very good.
Was I good in the play?
You were fantastic. The best actor in the entire show.
Wow. That's great.
Yes. It was an actor named Morgan, if I remember correctly.
Really?
Oh, yes. And when I asked the director himself, I said, you saved the best actor to play Carl Linger. And he said, oh, only the finest talent would be suitable to play the role of Carl Linger.
Wow. I wish I could have seen the play.
Maybe we'll recreate it one day, Carl.
I can't wait.
All right. Are you sure you wouldn't like me to forge you any type of crystal throwing stars?
I use like magical daggers that come out. They're vorpal. I don't know if you're able to turn them into crystal or something like that. That would be cool.
I can try.
Yeah.
He just has unlimited.
He's pulling them out like his sheaths, and the sheaths just create the vorpal blades, and he's just throwing them unlimited blades. You have to use your power.
Is there anything to forge?
No, you'd be using all your power, but it wouldn't. Not all your power. only your power. It would be 0.25%.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay. He throws it, and it goes into the crystal.
No more ricochets.
Wow, this is pretty good.
Carl,
Thanks.
well, thank you for showing up to help us.
Yeah, no problem. I don't have much to do these days, you know?
Well, we still have a large task ahead of us,
Yeah.
and we'll need your help.
Yep. That's why I'm here.
All right.
What about the loot?
Yes. What about me? I'll if it's all right, I'll take a blade, a good dagger at my side. Crystal would be great. Yeah, I'll take crystal armor, I guess. Why not? I've never really worn armor. I've always just make sure I was dodging and dipping and diving and ducking.
You seem very agile.
I am. But yes, if you wouldn't mind, I would love to have some crystal armor, I suppose, and a crystal dagger would be good.
I wonder. Can I see that loot?
Of course. Please
I take it.
be careful. It's sacred to me.
Magical?
Yeah. It's enchanted by his mother.
Ah, well, okay. I was thinking maybe if I can imbue it with crystal somehow, but
Well, I'm not going to stop you.
are you sure? It seems to hold high sentimental value to you.
It
The way it
does.
is.
Perhaps a part of it could be crystal.
Okay.
The
Just shimmer the part.
The
very,
neck.
the
neck.
very important
You could do the
part
neck.
of the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fretboard. Crystal fretboard.
Oh, we could do crystal inlays.
And inlays.
the
Yeah,
fret-
yeah.
the fret-
Oh,
with the
yeah.
dots on.
Yeah, crystal would be
Fretboard,
awesome.
yeah.
So like soul crystals all down. That's sick.
Sick.
Yeah.
Let me see what I can do, Loot.
Very carefully. I take out my fine, tiny
Okay.
forging instruments.
Okay, you put him in there.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay. Do you imbue any of your power to 0.25, or do you just put in the crystal?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'll give
It
him
makes a big difference.
0.25.
Okay, I'll give it 0.25, 0.25 here.
0.25 for you.
Okay, you put it in. Those spots glow like brilliantly, and he starts playing something, just like testing it out, and it glows like a color that's kind of like in the feeling of what he's playing. He's like, "Oh, this is going to be beautiful." Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Wow. And looks away. Lord Eldarin, I will fight in my own armor. No need.
It would be my pleasure to form.
I appreciate it. It is of the queen, and it was ruled by vampires, and I wish to just have something that's natural.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Yourself. Don't forget yourself. You want any armor or anything like that?
The hammer that I have.
Yeah.
What is it made out of?
It's made of crystal, but now that you've taken it and looked at it like with your forging eye, it's not very strong. It looks like the
Yeah.
crystal hammer. I don't know if you caught that. So it looks like it, but it also has received some sort of boon from you gaining your power. You believe that you could turn this into a sort of replica of the crystal hammer, but all the souls are not in it.
A replica using my forging skills or replica using my power?
Both, 100% both. You would need to use 1%.
1%.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Yes. None of the souls would be in it because that doesn't come with it, but
Right.
it would be the exact power of it, pretty much.
Without the soul, without being able to release souls.
Or absorb.
Could it absorb them?
You believe it could absorb other souls, yeah.
What about the powers? Does it have all the discovered and undiscovered powers?
Yeah, maybe some.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
your will is so strong with what you're feeling inside that you can make anything you want right now.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Ancient power.
My hammer, 1%. And I'll also make myself some crystal armor, too.
Okay, do you imbue it or no? Any more ability?
No, I'll just make regular crystal armor.
1% basically makes it godly.
Godly.
Yeah.
You imbue it. I'm not gonna say anything. I want to know that.
Yeah, all right, let's imbue it.
Okay, another 1%.
Down now too.
Okay.
See, he puts the armor on, and he sees he's binding to it, and all of a sudden the armor kicks up. And it kicks up a lot of light between like yellow, purple, and it goes like red, and cycles all the things.
We'll go over stats later.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? Is that it?
Oh, that's your whole party for now. Everyone else went home. They actually left through the Citadel and went back into the world, which is where they walked in from. So they were able to ferry over Sparky and Lump.
Oh, wow.
Creston's not with us now, right?
Craston is still with you.
Okay.
I want some family crystal.
Oh yeah, we'll say Craston asked for his whip to have all like the crystal at the end of it. Yeah.
Crystal barbs
What
at the
about
end?
his gloves?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would probably take crystal armor. Yeah, he's gonna take all that.
Okay.
Definitely.
I forged that for him, too.
Yep.
Where's his cape? He still has a cape?
I don't know if he does still have it.
Oh yeah, that.
I
cape-
think he does.
It
I
could
just
be
don't know. I
lined
just
He
with,
don't.
had
like-
it in the sunken city. Yeah.
I don't know what.
think he has it.
I don't know what good it would do in the cape.
I thought he gave it to somebody at some point.
What if they could be like
To- to-
crystals
like
in that?
to
I don't
use.
know.
Maybe he got
Yeah,
it back.
crystal brooch
He got
or
it back.
something.
He had it when we left
Yeah.
the sunken city.
Crystal armor. He's got a crystal whip. He's good.
Oh, armor.
Who's good?
Right.
Okay, you guys finish up. You're there for the better part of a day. We're gonna say that you rest, kind of just because you just guys have to. You've had a huge battle and you started forging armor. You're just exhausted. You guys kind of half sleep while you're waiting, and then you guys just rest afterwards. While you're sitting there, people are making their way into the room, checking things and making their way up. You see some vampires come up, and they kind of just like see you. Just kind of observe what's going on and continue their way. And you find out through various vampires coming up that they're all kind of making their pilgrimage to the top to meet the new leader, as they've been informed that somebody is taking over. You see some are just recently turned. and none are left unturned. So any humans, mortals, and such that were servants to the vampires, or like seen as a second class, or the bottom class, are now all been turned, or on their way to becoming more corrupted. They're all making a pilgrimage to the top, and you guys are preparing because when you're rested, you'll make a pilgrimage to the bottom. You can do a final role play before you leave the Citadel.
What?
It's been a day. I'm not. But there was a. Remember when we first got here? There was the people outside didn't want us to come in. Not all, but we were all separated at this point. So I don't know who was out there or whatever. They ended up killing Thalen, and then they came back to us later and said like if we could find a leader that would lead, they were able to go with us. Well, we have a leader now who said that we could take an army with us, but I don't remember what that person's name was. Does anybody recall? We could try and find this guy. He was very impressive. He was like this demonic, angel-y kind of vibe. Very powerful. Had little troops. No? Ringing a bell?
Yeah, but I don't remember the name.
I don't recall.
Alright. What a failure. Alright. I would love to go down with more than just us. I mean, we're all impressive, don't get me wrong, but right? Who knows what we're gonna face down there?
Yeah.
Is there any way we can call them? Summon them?
Well, that's what I'd like to do, but I figure you at least need to know their name to call them. Can we go? How do these light things work? Can we go back to the main entrance?
You know that you could go up if you wanted to.
You
Yeah,
just have to imagine it.
I'm gonna try and go back up to the main entrance.
Okay. So Cole walks to the light, goes up, he's gone. Anyone following?
I'll go with him.
So we're gonna say is after you guys rested for a while.
They're full?
You're all at full HP.
Woo! All right, that's been a while.
Yes.
You all arrive in the main entrance that you came in.
Right. Are any of those?
There's a lot of people here.
Oh.
Tons of people. It's filled. It's kind of like going to a concert.
Oh, this was not what I.
All vampires?
Yeah. They're all just waiting around the light, and only like a few are going in at a time. But it's just a sea of people, all different platforms.
Oh, we just like came out of the light.
Yeah, you just appeared and you're just like, amongst it.
Oh, this would be a problem.
There's millions of people in the Citadel. It's like a city in one tower.
All right, I don't even think we can get to where I was. We want to just go down again. I feel this is.
Well, what about that? Is that dungeon keeper around?
Well, where you're standing right now, you don't.
Let's go back to the
see-
forge.
All right.
I'm sorry. I was not anticipating 100,000 people in the hallways. Hard to move around.
You hear the following: citizens of the Citadel, I am your new ruler. My name is Bardot. Some of you know me, some of you do not. Know that I come from a different place, a different time. But I have always sought for this moment. From my very first day on Andaria, I was imprisoned in Solst, in a dark dungeon. From there, I knew my future, and I knew it would be a long time coming. And finally, it is here. I am your new ruler. All of you have become vampire. You are all equal. You are all loved. You are accepted. Everyone around you is the same as you. You will thrive here, live here. And vampire kind, as long as I am the leader here,
will always have a home here in the Citadel. I've done this not just for my love of my kind, but for all of you. You see, out there, in the mortal world, they see us as a plague. This is not so. We are a species, and we go forward as a species. Let no one tell you otherwise. It is not corruption. It is immortality that mortals do not understand. And frankly, I care very little of their narrow-minded perspective. So, for those of you that have first just recently tasted immortality, I welcome you to your new life. And I say good luck to us all in the future. Let us thrive together. I look forward to meeting every one of you. People start cheering, woo! They get invigorated. They're all like showing their teeth, like, ah. It's kind of disturbing.
Exit stage left even.
Lord Eldrin just looks at you as like, the sanctity of this place has been befouled.
Yes, a new day has dawned, but perhaps Oak Frost and the Citadel may one day become friends.
I don't know about that, son.
No offense, your lords, but let's discuss this somewhere else.
You guys leave?
Yeah, let's go back to the forge, regroup, make our final plans.
You go back down to the forge room. You're there. You have all your gear.
All right.
Are we gonna go?
Yeah, I guess so. All right.
Let us go. I, for one, do not fear what lies ahead.
You for one. I definitely fear. It's hell. All we've been told about is everything that we've done so far is nowhere near as difficult as what we are about to do. I don't know how you can go forward without any fear. But we're as powerful as we've ever been, so I guess now's the time.
All right.
I welcome it. The lovely loot never turns away from evil.
All right. All right. So how do we go down to the bottom? We just think the bottom?
Lord Eldrin says, we merely think the bottom. Yes.
Oh, I was saying that tongue in cheek, I guess. Okay. All right.
The people here call it the gates of hell.
Good name.
I'll see you there. He walks through.
He went to the light lift?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
All right.
Anyone
Alright.
not go?
I follow him. I go.
I go.
You guys go down and you see a room similar to that other room where the front door was, except this is on the bottom level. And you see the door outside is like the only thing that is not crystal. It's like stone and it has all these like infernal inscriptions on it. And you see like there's like a slit in the door and you see like there's actually a red light on the other side.
Well. All right.
Oni wants you guys to ask Eldon about the angels.
Thank you. All right, there's a bit of anticlimax, Lord Eldrin, but the angels that are here, these are those people that I was talking about before.
The angels are vampires.
I know, but they expressed a desire to come with us if they have the freedom to do so. Do you know how we can contact them before we leave?
From what I've seen in the last few minutes and what I've heard about the battle that we talked before, we're going to say that you guys rested with him, so you've talked to him and filled him in. I would imagine they're all dead.
Most of the vampires, that's right.
If the king was attacked, They are dead.
Killed by the dragons.
For sure, I would imagine.
Or the necromancer. Right. All right. Well, there you go then.
We don't need vampire kind with us anyway.
Present company, except
Before we go in, I wanted.
Perhaps.
is he's not a vampire. Graston's not a vampire anymore, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Sorry. Level 7.
Before we go in, I just want to think about Essence and see if I can just connect to her in any way.
You are unable to connect to Essence. See, Bardo appears. Just wanted to say goodbye. Not all of you survived this. Just so you know.
Well, thank you. I know I'm gigantic, but I reach out my hand. Thank you.
It was certainly a pleasure meeting every one of you and working with you.
You as well, Lord Bardo.
Thank you, Sir Caddick. I must say you're much more friendly towards my kind than I would have imagined.
I've had more dealings your kind than I thought I might in my day, and people very close to me have vampires. So, focused on necromancer right now.
So be it. I wish you all luck. When you open these gates, you will find the minions of hell. Also, the minions of the necromancer. Be wary. The necromancer is closer than you think.
Is there no one you can send with us?
There are no knights of the citadel to send. There perhaps are other soldiers. If
And
you
what
wish,
of
I could
them?
summon them. They are not as strong as you.
You said the necromancer is closer than we think.
Indeed.
Where is he?
Right now, he has not taken form yet, but he is everywhere.
You're still fine. All right.
He can manifest wherever he likes.
This is still part of his world.
Let's say that for the current moment, he has simply disappeared.
And will he reappear?
Oh, most certainly.
Thank you for the last bit of advice. He's got to reappear. That's the only way we can defeat him.
That is true. Very true.
All right. Well. All right.
Let's go.
I walk over to the gates.
At the gates.
Does it push out or push in?
I'll do it for you.
Oh.
He puts his hand up, and you see his eyes go blood red, and his veins turn red. And he goes. You see a red streak goes across, and doors go. They open up. You're on the ground floor of hell. It is red. There are demons in the distance flying in the air, and there are zombies, ghouls, everywhere, just walking around. It's infested with the minions of the necromancer. You must travel about 10 miles into the depths of those creatures and into the temple below. But here the temple is very different than it was in the past. Here it is fortified in the realm of shadow. It is made of flesh and bone. It is living and undead. You will have to permeate it. If you do not, everything you have fought for will be lost. I leave you now.
Right. Okay.
I say we run.
You're in front. You got
Sure.
the holy sword, right?
Yep. I take it out.
Sure. Anybody else have any sort of undead repelling gear? Lord Eldrin, I don't know.
I do not have any undead repelling gear,
All right,
but I do have my sword.
that works. Got it. All right,
Let's go. Onward.
Richard is informing you, and so obviously a fan is allowed to let you guys know, that the man who killed Thalen, the vampire angel, is Lord
Lord
Xavier.
Thank you.
That's right.
Yeah, Richard, I think we just got told
Thank you, Richard.
he was Lord Xavier.
Oh.
He's now Lord not appearing in this
Lord
episode.
Xavier.
So,
You guys walk out, and immediately you feel like the heat just hit you of this place. You step onto the badlands and then the ground to the dry, arid, cavernous terrain that is hell. Behind you, the door's closed.
Onward.
Well, is that how this is gonna work? We're just gonna run right through them?
it's 10 miles.
Let's get moving.
Yes.
Come on.
Army can march 25 miles in a day.
We have to march through a sea of undead. Look at it. I'm picturing it like the same scene up in the entrance. It's just milling with people. There's no like, space.
Yes, yeah, they're just everywhere. Yeah.
So we have to very slowly do the huddle around the sword thing. Your sword will repel them, William.
Hopefully, to a point.
What about Lord Eldrin?
No,
And
he
you?
said no. He said he has a sword.
As a sword.
That's what he uses to repel undead. I imagine he means killing them with it.
I do.
You chop them with it.
Yes. Let's go. Don't get bitten.
You guys begin to walk forward, and you're just like walking forward, and it's like you see these things. It's kind of like the equivalent of like walking through like a Borg cube, when they're just kind of stand there doing their own thing, and then when you get closer, they just start looking at you.
Oh no.
No bueno. No bueno.
Cole becomes Spanish.
Muy malo. Muy malo.
Muy mal.
You guys start walking through, and Cole, you get a certain sense, and you get a certain sense, but in very different ways. You can feel the creatures like almost coming into like an aura area of you, which is pretty big because you're so huge. So it's like a 50-foot aura.
Okay.
And when they get close, you can hear them, you can feel them kind of like trying to nudge out of it.
Oh, all right.
Like you have almost like a soul energy tapped into the planet from what you are.
Okay.
And it seems to be, in some way, to some degree, kind of like leading them away from you.
Right. They're uncomfortable in it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You, because of what you're tapped into, the Citadel, you feel like you have great connection where you can almost like feel all these creatures. And you kind of feel where they are. And in a sense, you're feeling kind of the opposite. Perhaps because of the energy that was in the Citadel, perhaps because of just the nature of, I don't know, this place. But more than a life, you can actually sense the darker creatures. Where Cole might be sensing like the souls, you're almost like sensing like the zombies attached to those souls.
Okay.
You feel like if you spent your energy, you could exert influence over them. That's what's coming to your mind. It's almost like having a third arm for the first time, and like I'm reminding you, like you have a third arm, you can like start grasping things with it, and you just feel it innately, like oh, I could just grasp this. That's right. I'm used to having two. That's what this is like. Like options are just appearing, like that you can do or not. That's how it senses.
Okay.
Is anyone else feeling this?
You think like 1% of your power could probably dominate the mind of a 1 mile square area of these creatures, of the zombies.
Wow. I
I just
not
feel a
feeling-
deep sense of of dread. If that's what you're asking, if we feel, yes.
Yes.
No. I'm feeling something different.
Maybe it's your power.
I think it might be.
Well, what do you feel?
Power. Influence over these creatures.
Influence over them.
Yeah.
Like you can control?
That could be useful.
Yes.
That sounds better than fighting them.
Yes, it does. Let's
You're a path, then.
try.
Use 1%.
Yes. Command them to clear a path from us and stay clear.
In your mind, you see almost like a light over the head of all the ones you've taken over. And it goes in all directions. There's a few thousand zombies that are now just like ready to do your bidding.
Okay.
They won't bring any harm to us.
Great, let's
Excellent.
move. Let's get closer.
Okay?
Why don't you have them push ahead? Bring harm to
Yes.
some of the others.
They all start turning, like, start walking forward, and you start bringing them forward in the
Yeah,
group.
let's just, yeah.
You start getting to the next area. There's 10 miles there, and there's other zombies there that are just standing around. You feel the same kind of pull. You could exert your influence and take them over if you wish.
This was 1 mile we traveled?
Yeah,
Okay.
in safety. Not everything is just walking with you. And any demons that you see that are not under your influence are just kind of not attacking, not engaging.
Are there demons like flying overhead too?
100%.
Yeah.
Big too. All sorts of things. Because you're moving with a herd of zombies, though, it seems that like they're not messing with you. They look at you and they just don't act. You have a lot of thoughts about why they're not attacking. You're just happy they aren't.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll do it again. Clear a path.
The zombies immediately just turn from fighting you and then and start walking with the herd. You're up to 6,000 zombies.
When this happens, do I feel anything different about these zombies or anything?
No, you feel when they get close to you. You can kind of feel their presence, and it's like it's
All right.
irritating to you. It's
Well, yeah.
abrasive.
Okay. All right.
I have a question. With my connection to them, can I get any sense of if my wish worked?
Any sense if your wish worked? That you got power?
No.
I'm not going to tell you.
I was going to say,
Look what a blacksmith can do now.
which wish are you talking about now?
I have.
Which wish?
The wish where I wish for all the demons to be destroyed.
Oh, I can't answer that.
Okay.
But, I mean,
You see demons.
we see demons.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll be like, were they dead for 1/2 of a second and then they came back to life? Or
You don't know.
Maybe they got
We
frustrated.
may never know.
yeah. Okay.
The turkey is dry.
Okay, you're tracking your percentages points, right?
I am.
Okay. You go to the 3rd mile. Let's speed this up.
Yep.
Take them. They turn with you and join the herd. 9,000. 4th mile.
Mm-hmm.
5th mile.
Yep.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 30,000 zombies are just like walking. It's like a stampede going forward, like in front of you. And finally, you see this huge fortress that's probably about 50 feet high, and it's made of like all this bone and just like flesh, and it's just all around the entire thing. And the zombies like make their way and just like encircle the fortress. They're like outside of it. You walk within, we'll say like a couple hundred feet of it, and you see in the fortress are these creatures that like come up from the fortress made of the same kind of flesh.
Oh, they out of the wall? Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
no,
No.
that's not.
And they kind of go on top, and they start operating some kind of like bone catapults that are on there.
Oh, man.
They really pulling it down. You see like they're starting to like pull back these whatever is on the catapults. 3%.
and you can take control of every single creature that is in anything from the ground floor up under your command.
Every creature in the fortress.
From the ground floor up, not down where you have to go. And you can feel it's probably like 5,000 creatures.
In addition to the
Because
30,000.
they would be coming out of the walls. They're a part of this whole thing.
Yeah. So now we have 35,000 creatures at my.
Yes.
All right. We have an army now, boys.
The whole thing starts to move. The creatures, they stop firing. They don't even get to fire the first time.
Good.
And you see the fortress opens up like a disgusting way, and the bones part. You hear cracking of the bones.
Ew.
And you see the zombies go and start swarming inside. The creatures from above just start going below. You guys finally reach the entrance to this fortress. Do you enter?
How big is can I get in?
Yes. Yes, you can actually crouch down and get in. The fortress is pretty big. It's 50 feet high, but you can just kind of crouch down and make your way through.
Right.
When you go further in, though, when you can't do it, you can create the other version of yourself.
Yeah, it's like go for it.
Yeah.
Is the flesh like gooey?
Yeah.
It's not good. Just it makes it as gross as possible.
Right. Imagine awful.
Hey, I find it very hard to whisper because I'm very tall. But I gotta ask you something.
Yeah.
When you're doing all this controlling the undead and whatnot, you still feel like yourself, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? You're good?
I don't feel any different.
All right, because we've already had like some. That's scary. That's all.
I'm not someone else whose mind was perversed by the necromancer, if that's what you're worried about.
Roll perception.
I'm
6.
You hear that?
all right. I'm not worried about it. I want to be clear. I don't think that like you're tricked or anything like that. I just want to make sure you feel okay.
Thank you, Cole. I feel fine.
All right then.
Just don't want this power going to your head, Hutch.
What is the matter with you right now? I mean, really?
Son,
Just trying to lighten the mood.
Gaddock,
Yes.
apologize.
Are you serious?
Apologize, Gaddock.
My deepest apologies.
The next time we're in hell might be more appropriate to lighten the mood, Sir Caddick.
And you'll learn your place. You guys walk into this place. It's like a grand throne room, and it's just like huge, pillars made of like the stone. The bone and the flesh going up. In the center is all hallowed ground, crumbled, and zombies are like crawling down into it. And if you were to look into that hole, it just looks like a hole that goes down pretty far, and it's just crawling with zombies to get down there. This is where you have to go to get
Like
to
a
the
pit.
It's
It's like a
pit.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're saying there's a
it's a pit. It's a
And
pit.
they're crawling down like the walls.
Yes, the walls of that pit. Think of like Labyrinth. Instead of hands, it's zombies crawling down, and it just goes.
The walls are
Down.
fleshy, gross bone walls.
What's the diameter of the hole?
It's large. It's probably about 100 feet wide.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Look, if I go after all you, I'm going to land on you.
Yes, then go first.
Suggesting
Yes.
you go first.
I'm going to try this new ability that I have, just in case something bad is down there.
I have this wonderful idea. Could we just ride you? You're 100 feet tall. Could I just sit in your branches?
like
Yes.
a toboggan.
Yes, you could.
He climbs up. Excellent.
All right.
Wait. There's no way I'm not riding you.
Wait. I was gonna turn crystal first. I never actually done it before. I don't want you to get hurt. So come down until
Oh.
I do.
Yes.
Then climb. All right.
I don't even care. Crystal me.
All right. I try and activate my crystals.
You crystal him. He's holding on to you, and you crystal over Carl.
Whoa.
He said I don't care.
Oh man.
That's it.
You're made of crystal.
All right.
Hopefully he can
Jump
breathe
down?
under
Crystal
that.
co-
People are going to climb on me. I let them climb first.
Okay. Anybody climb
Yeah.
on him?
yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead, climb
Yeah.
everybody.
Okay, you all climb on,
Yeah.
and then you destroy a lot of zombies on the way down. I'm going to say you kills about 5,000 zombies on the way down. Anything just pierces all of them. They're just dying straight down. So you're down to 30,000. You get to the bottom, and a huge tidal wave comes up. And you see, this is like a sea of water of zombies. It's all like blood red. And the zombies are like on every single part of the water. There is not a foot of water that does not have a zombie swimming in it or holding onto another zombie. And the waves just go up and down. You land in the whole thing. Zombies just go kind of go everywhere.
How do the zombies react to coal?
They just die and they just don't. Well, the zombies, the new zombies that are down there are immediately just like right this second reacting to like the wave. So no one's
Okay.
attacking him. He just
Okay.
landed. In this moment, on your radar, there's a whole level. This is the 42nd level of hell.
Lowest
The
level?
plane of death. So in this hell, there is easily a few million zombies.
Millions.
A few million. We're going to put it at 3 million, just to put it a round number. You can take control of 3 million zombies for 12%.
Oh my god.
3 million zombies?
Yeah.
What's the catch?
3 million zombies.
You have to maintain control of them.
Well, I have to do it.
Oh, you gotta.
Have we ever seen an army this big in the history of Audio Dungeon? 3 million?
No. No. This would be the
Wow.
you'd be the general of like the biggest army that has ever existed.
All right, let's
What's
do
this?
it.
What are
That's
the
all he had to
what's
hear.
the checks gonna be? How often are the checks gonna be?
You're nowhere in near of zeroing out your power, so there's no worry about the check.
Okay.
If you use 99% of it, then you should be worried.
Okay.
Where are you at now? 70s?
72.5.
Wow.
Still a lot.
For an army of 3 million, I mean, we got to do it, right?
So all the zombies immediately just start turning towards the center of this realm. And in this realm, you see it's kind of like you're seeing all these waves going different directions. In the far distance, you can see these temples. And amongst all those temples in the distance, there is this one temple that is the largest one. And that's obviously the one where you're going to. You start making your way there, and all the zombies are just like waiting there. And you can even see in the far, far distance, if they're around this temple for miles, they're all just converging into the center to meet you there.
How far are we from the temples?
You're pretty far. You're miles away. Yeah.
We're like surfing on.
You're walking in the seabed.
Amongst.
I'm walking on. We're walking them.
Yeah, you're walking in blood.
We're
basically.
holding on to you, and you're walking.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Basically, right? Like-
How long does my crystalline form last?
It does last for like a minute.
Okay, so after a little while,
Yeah.
all right.
You know, as you're walking, Carl comes up. He's onto your leg. He goes, "Oh man, I bet you can hold my breath even longer." He goes back down.
Oh man.
It's all right. Glad you're okay. Oh,
Such a ray of sunshine. That Carl Linger.
Okay, so you guys make your way. You're traveling for hours, and you're just walking through it. At times, you let the wave. You actually just like a kid in the water. You let the wave just go with you, and you get up, start walking again. But he's keeping you well above everything. You're wading in and getting closer to this giant temple, and the temple is there. And probably when you're a few miles out, there is so much of these creatures around that perhaps it triggered something or just triggered there, and you see the light go flying up to the air. It's like a purple light.
From the biggest temple?
Yeah, so I mean, it makes you feel like the necromancer is there, or something has triggered him to be there. Maybe it's just the creature's there. So, but you haven't arrived yet there.
Can I mentally command a portion of my army to attack that temple?
Yeah. Yeah. The ones that are there immediately just start entering. You can actually see them entering in your mind. They start going underneath, and some just start crawling on the top, overwhelming it, and just going inside. You guys get close to the temple, and you can feel like they're at battle with more powerful minions that are inside. These minions are wraiths. These wraiths can kill with a hit.
They can kill the zombies with one hit, or they can
You can kill anything with a hit.
Oh.
Not anything, but a lot. Mortals.
Okay, like us.
It would basically be a will save, and if you failed, you would die.
Oh my god,
Wow.
Even with our armor?
Yes.
that's will.
Yeah. Well, no. The armor can help you to fight them, but if you fail the will check, the crystal armor absolutely will help you fight with will checks. 100%.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, the crystal armor is amazing. It can
Okay.
help you all different ways. But with that said, if you were to fail a will check versus these wraiths, you would die.
Will die.
You can take them over if you wish.
How many are there?
There's a dozen wraiths in there.
A dozen wraiths.
Yeah, and they're wiping out your zombies right now. They're just like spraying death everywhere. 10% takes on all 12.
What do you think?
Did you tell us that?
What?
You tell us that? In some, I mean,
Yeah. I tell you about the wraiths. I tell you I feel connected to them.
take on half of them.
I might
Tell
be
them to
able
kill
to take them over.
Take on half of them. Tell them to kill the other half.
Have them fight each other. Well, that's a good idea. I take over 6 of them
And fight the other 6.
to fight the other 6. Yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna roll a d6 to see how many survive.
Is that 5? 5%?
So it was 10%.
Oh
for
yeah,
those.
5%. Right.
Okay.
I have to see which side. Okay, so first we're gonna do a high low. High means that your side won.
Oh, you should have him roll for his 6 and
Oh, you want to battle it out?
Oh, 6 versus 6.
Yeah, you might as well roll against somebody.
Sure.
If you're gonna make these
we'll
rolls
do a little
anyway,
rolls here tonight. We'll do a little rolling.
Yeah,
Ready?
we might as well
Here we
roll
go.
tonight. Yeah,
might as
sure.
well roll.
Let's do this, Dan.
Okay, here we go. I'm the bad guy. You're good bad guys.
Yeah.
6 on 6. Here we go. It's just gonna be a roll off.
4.
3,
Yes.
4.
4.
Just roll again. 3,
1.
2,
2.
5.
5.
Roll it again. 6,
3.
No.
4,
5.
1.
1.
Oh my God.
God!
6.
6.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
This is crazy!
6.
6.
Yeah.
All right.
You win. 5.
2. Was that 3-3?
3-3.
Yep.
Yeah.
5. 3-3. Right. Yeah.
Oh, so it's now it's 3 on 3.
Yeah.
Now it's
Okay.
2 on 2. You've all killed 3. Both sides of 3 are dead.
Well, it was we had 6
There were
versus
12.
6.
6 on 6.
Oh, 6 and 6.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
I just rolled a 5.
You rolled a 5. 1.
4.
1.
Uh-oh.
You guys alone.
6.
1.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Ah.
So 3 bad guys are left.
All right, not bad.
3 bad guys are left. You can take them. I'll give them at a discount. 3%.
3% for all 3?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, let's do it.
That is the funniest thing. That's the craziest deal. The deal of a lifetime.
You take them over. The zombies start fighting those 3 that are left, and you're outside of this temple. You can make your way in. You have to send in your guy.
Okay.
By the way, just so you know, you can send in your guy and then regrow yourself in
Oh,
there, and then
okay.
decrease the other way, so you can get around.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. All
The
right.
temple is, by the way, is huge. It's well enough to take you in there. It's not like a normal sized temple. It's absolutely. Think of like a stadium and bigger than that.
Oh, wow.
It's gigantic. This is the realm of his own creation, so it's ginormous. You can make your way inside if you wish. Through above, there's a place to go in, or you can go below, swim underneath the blood,
Swim underneath,
underneath the temple, go underneath the blood, and come up from underneath.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go up top.
I'm staying on coal.
It's a. Well, I'm not. No. Oh, so I'm gonna like, I call it budding. I'm gonna take a little piece of myself and go in there like almost normal size, and then regrow once I get in. So I'm not gonna. I don't think there's like a place that I could fit full in.
Oh.
I just I've been in the blood here a lot, and every time I do, one, I get bigger, but two, I think I get a little bit more corrupted. So I'm gonna try and not soak in it.
Well, I mean, if you stay big, can you just more easily climb on top?
Yeah, I can get up to the top. I just don't think it's huge going down. I don't know how we're gonna get in from up there. I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna get in from underneath either.
Okay.
I don't want you to think I have a plan.
Oh,
I'm just gonna go climb and look. Is what I'm saying.
As a small guy.
Guys, I'll just look. It's not a big deal.
All right.
He climbs up.
So yeah, I just. Sorry.
He's a little slower because he's older.
He's like, how old is he? He's like 80 or
Yeah, he's like late 70s.
spry.
Okay, it's I mean, there's zombies there at the bottom, but they're like our friend zombies. So
Is there any way to get? Like, is it just a hole, or is there any like?
we'd have to like drop in.
They can catch us.
Yes.
Maybe they could. I don't know.
How far is the drop?
A couple hundred feet.
Hutch, maybe you can control them and influence them to maybe form a mound or some sort of structure where we can climb down easily.
Okay.
I'll see if they could like try to command them to just like form one of those giant World War Z
Point two,
Yeah.
0.25%
to
Or
control
like
them.
or like a
to
slide.
do all that. Yeah, it's a large command.
Okay.
Okay, they get together to the top. He goes, "Oh my god, I'm gonna ride zombies!"
Yes!
He jumps in.
Zombie surfing.
So you guys all make your way up. You go up to the top. You're right below where all that yellow light is just like, that purple light is just going up. It's just going up to the sky. You guys make your way in. The zombies like lower themselves down, like, and you come in. In this room, you see, well, the zombies bring you down all the way to the bottom. In the middle of the room, you see that there's like a pool of blood. And there is a single walkway. What's it like? Oh, yeah. There's a single walkway that is going out from the sides of that pool into the probably like a 20 by 20 foot area. And that area has tentacles coming out of the ground, coming up like black tentacles, which you've seen before. And they're holding on to a throne of like bone. There's also some flesh on it too, but it's mostly just like a bone, like a very like huge like bone throne.
Are the tentacles moving?
A little bit. They're kind of like slithering around it, and like they're like hold on to it.
Okay.
Is there anyone sitting in the throne?
There is no one sitting on a throne.
The tentacles, you said we've seen them before. Are these similar tentacles that have appeared out of the Dark Hearts?
Yeah.
Well, past.
You sense the Dark Heart is near. You see that those, by the way, those wraiths are by, and the wraiths just there, and they seem very protective of your group and everybody, trying to make sure that nothing is around. They're just sitting like this, like looking around like guardians. The zombies have kind of moved to the side and made sure that the middle area is clear, almost like they're keeping it like for all of you. You can sense the Dark Heart, and you can sense the throne. You could dominate the Dark Heart. It would cost you 15%.
Of my remaining or just 15?
Oh, just 15, period. 50%.
15.
Yeah, I'm not doing fractions of. It's just 15% from
Right.
the original 100. If you take the Dark Heart, it'll give you control of every corrupted, not vampires, anything that's created by the Necromancer, like a creature that he created. It'll give you control of them throughout the whole realm of shadow that's left.
Is he gonna become the necromancer? I can't.
If he
can't
wants to be
take
on his
this.
side, he can team up with
I
him. But I don't think
can't.
that's his game plan.
No, but I'm just getting so nervous that like.
I mean, he is right next to you. So if he does,
It's-
I mean, you know, he should go for first.
Right.
Saying, You're closest. That's all. Me and Scrub, we're very far away.
Very far on this
You
side of
are.
the table.
But I can just rob real quick. Give me the arm.
Buddy system.
Hutch.
Yes.
Wait, I'm gonna have to stop you if you're about the metagame, because I just described him something to him, and you're getting emotional and reacting to that and asking him a question. So that's a metagame.
Okay.
I was going to let everybody know.
So go ahead.
The Dark Heart is close. I don't know where it is.
I see it there. It's tentacles, similar to the one at the Citadel. This one is large.
We see tentacles, we don't see the heart, though. Where is the heart?
It is below the throne.
Must be connected somehow,
In the
right?
pool of blood.
Indeed. I believe it runs deep. This one would be very lethal. The ones he has, for what I know, are powerful. They can destroy you. They have their own defenses. This is his heart turned into a dark heart.
Let's destroy it.
Is a heart of one of his true vessels or his original vessel or something.
I'm sensing that I can completely take over this heart. I can dominate it.
Don't we want to destroy it?
Yes.
Dominated to what end?
If you can dominate it and then kill it, I would agree. But do not lose yourself to this.
I can control every creature in this realm.
So the necromancer.
How do you do such things?
With my new ancient powers.
You receive these powers from where?
From the throne room in the Citadel.
So all these powers you've been doing down here, these are not normal to you.
No.
I haven't seen you in many years. I do not know what you've gained and not gained, but
I wished for the powers of an ancient, and I have them now.
The necromancer became an ancient, didn't he?
the necromancer doesn't wish to become an ancient. I suppose in this world he could be considered an ancient.
Did you specify which ancient?
No.
How do you know you're not slowly being turned into the necromancer? You have all these powers that adjacent to what he does.
What have I done that makes you think I'm the necromancer?
I'm not saying you are the necromancer, Hutch, in any way. I'm just saying that you wish for the powers of an ancient.
Is the necromancer an ancient?
Maybe he became one. We don't know. He's wanting to become one. Maybe his way of becoming one will be through your vessel. Maybe when we reach a certain point, he'll try to do what he did to Dr. Arcane, or tried to do.
I'm confident in you, Hutch, that if he tries to dominate you, you will fight him. I'm not worried about that, but well, if you can control all the creatures in this realm beyond the billions or so that we're estimating you control now, what do you want to do with them? You gonna bring them all here? I don't know what the plan.
Command them to destroy the heart, maybe?
Well, we have 3 million here, give or take. Just command those. I'm more thinking along the lines of this. You've got this immense power that you're tapping into. You made mention to me back when we were in the Citadel that you felt like it was finite. I'm worried that this is, that you are being tempted to spend it now before you need it to battle the necromancer.
At the same time, you do feel like that if you took the last dark heart from the necromancer, he would be gone. He'd be powerless.
I don't know. It's your call.
We are here to destroy the Dark Heart.
There.
Having power over this realm is not something that I need, something that I want. I want to destroy it.
Okay.
I sit back. I take a step back.
Be careful. I'm going to command them to destroy the Dark Heart.
All right.
I command as many zombies as I can, and the wraiths, to destroy the Dark Heart.
They circle the Dark Heart. They go right up to it. They do not attack.
What about the wraiths?
You get the sense it's the source of their power. So you're asking them to kill themselves.
The wraiths also.
Same thing. You're at the epicenter, like the end game. This is the mother brain. This is it. You literally ask them to just pull their own heart out of their chest.
All right.
It's not working. And I get the feeling that my dominance over them may come to an end if we begin to attack it as well.
I don't know if we could take on 30. Well, it's more than that. It's millions.
Yeah.
I do have my crystal daggers.
Well, then, if that's the case, you feel like they're going to turn on us.
If they won't attack their heart, and we do,
Right. Why don't you have them, I guess, leave and go find other things to fight and kill like you did with the race? Just occupy them. Wipe them out amongst themselves.
Richard Wild asking if fans can make suggestions. Absolutely, you can make suggestions. Go for it. Charles Morrison says, send them all away from here.
Jaws.
Oni says there's a grandfather paradox. Oh, I think it's referring to this, perhaps? Let's see. So, any question, if Hutch takes the Dark Heart, could he use that to destroy all the undead? I can't answer that. It's interesting, though. Wow, so that's the origin
Man,
of the
people are in Brooke's head. They're
man,
Brooke has turned the audience against Dan.
It's not to
If
be
he could
turned
take
against
control of the
it.
Dark Heart, could he destroy it? Can't answer that.
Yeah, that's the question.
You'd be doing something that no one's ever done in the history of this game. So therefore, I cannot refer back to anything and tell you the answer.
Directly tapping into the source of the necromancer.
It's what keeps the necromancer alive. Yes, it's the last thing keeping him alive in this realm. His spirit, his spirit just is like the ether in the air.
Quick question: the purple light is coming from under this throne or within this temple?
It's actually just coming out like through the temple and things like going up, swirling upwards.
But it's all around us. Like, are we within the light?
You don't see it so much that you're here.
Okay.
Whatever we're gonna do, we need to do it fast. We are surrounded by the most evil things I have ever seen in my career. So let's do this or do not. He turns his back to just face, just in case these creatures turn on him because he doesn't like it.
Sending them away.
All right. I command them to all go as far away as they possibly can.
Okay. All of those that were protecting you now make their way as far as they can. They're riding the waves. They start walking away. How long do you wait?
$10
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I feel like
man.
I feel like
Dude.
I gotta tell you.
How about 10
As
seconds? How
soon
about that?
as- yeah.
No. I'm
What are you talking about?
I'm just trying to tell you, like, that could be what you're intending. I think that this party is gonna get really antsy really quickly.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like,
minutes.
It's gonna be like 2 minutes in, and like 3 of us will be like, yeah, let's go and attack it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as
Okay.
they-
I mean, if there's any, if you
Not
wanna
even.
tell me
Couldn't they-
anything in between.
Wait, we could have them
You're
walk like
just
hours
inviting-
for hours. This way we got plenty of time before they come back.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, the end of Back to the Future, where it's like 15 minutes. Then you have all the time in the world.
Right.
You know?
Should
I
have
know.
got back.
Yeah,
I
but-
know why.
A day at a time.
But you're leaving us all unprotected, too, like, by sending them away.
well,
Right,
we do need
exactly.
to make a decision here. We can't decide to leave
And
them
it's-
here and also decide to
Right.
send them away.
Right. So, and
What
it's-
do we think is most prudent?
Here's coming in from the
You've
fans.
sent them, right? So it's
Yeah,
done.
they're gone.
Well, you send them now. You could stop it in 10 minutes because I didn't say it happened yet.
And then bring them back.
Okay, so you can. I mean, you can go do whatever you want. So where do you want them to be? How many roughly minutes away do you
How
How
want?
many clicks away?
It's up to
So
you.
before you
Hutch.
decide, here's coming from the fans, which
Okay.
I
yeah,
have not
let's
read
see
yet.
it. Let's check it out.
So the fans are saying, 1, Hutch talk to the zombies, find out where the Dark Heart and the Necromancer is. 2, Cole, use the game as a foot skill. Last question, can Hutch new hammer absorb things?
Yes.
We think it might.
If so, Hutch can absorb all the souls of the zombies.
What?
We think it can.
Steven says, hold up 10 minutes. I don't know if they measured things in hours and what now, how many parts of a day. They
and
probably
whatnot. Like, not
Whatnot.
what.
How many
yeah.
parts a day?
you guys probably traveled probably the better part of a day.
Yeah, you said it was hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So probably about 3/4 of a day. You've been traveling for a long time. It's just been it's like an arduous journey to get it over with, to end this. That's kind of what it is right now.
Are we affected down here with time again? Is chronomancy
No.
is
You're
it
back-
still
you're-
part of the Citadel?
You're
or
back
we're
in the
outside?
timeline.
Right. Okay.
Because the Citadel put you off the timeline.
Right,
Now
okay.
you're back on it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's a more important question than you think.
Yeah. Keep going off.
wondering.
So I'm just I
man.
will be using the game as a foot skill while that's happening. So while we're dithering and whatnot, I'm just going to quietly study the area so I get a good sense of its location.
Okay. So you investigate the area.
Yes.
William, want to do anything?
No. I'm
Caddick?
waiting on Hutch.
I'll just keep my eye on Hutch, see what's going on.
Keep your eye on Hutch.
Got the power.
Oh,
Your father is behind you. He's like, be ready for anything, Caddick.
Oh, I am.
Is there something you'd like to say? Caddick?
You see Caddick looking over you when he says that.
Not at all, Hutch. Simply acknowledging the danger, we are all in. You, not least of all.
Once again, we need to make a decision. Let's do this. One or the other.
I say we begin to attack the heart.
Do it.
all right.
Is that what you guys do?
Yes, I just want
Yeah.
to be clear, right? Just to remind everybody what the game as a foot skill is.
Stephen, by the way, you're correct. They are fatigued. Absolutely.
And now you put it out there, Steven.
Yeah, thanks.
This is like one of those that we had clarification of this in an earlier session, right? That we're only hungry and tired when someone thinks about the fact that we should be hungry or
Stephen, he
tired.
doesn't know that, though.
I know, but
realize.
that's why we weren't saying anything. That's right. But yeah, so I just want to remind everybody with the game as a foot. Like I am studying the entire area, so that if when a battle appears upon it, I have knowledge of that area.
Yeah, you get it.
Right,
You'll get bonus.
Yeah, I'm just like I don't like saying like I'm doing this and not telling people who are watching what.
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
means.
What it is.
Yeah, so you investigate the area, which means that you have like a granted abilities now
Right.
in this area if there's a fight here.
Right, which there probably won't be. I mean,
Nah, why
Well,
why would there be?
it seems very quiet and peaceful now that
Yeah.
all the zombies are gone.
Yes, I think that was a great thing.
I chop one of the tentacles.
Okay, did you run up to it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So the tentacles are wrapped around the
throne.
Oh,
throne.
good.
Bone through.
Free the throne.
Question. I'm sorry. Is it is the throne like in the middle, like on a little island or something?
Yeah.
Within this
There's
pool of
a
blood. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we see the heart from where we are right now, or
just see
no?
tentacles.
It's just okay.
Under the
It's
pool of
underneath.
blood.
Cut our
Right.
way in.
Okay.
Or 20.
Okay, so you take your crystal sword, actually, right?
Yes.
So whoo, it lights up. It lights up red, and you hit the tentacle. Do your damage.
21, 24, 29.
Okay, you put a big chunk into the tentacle, and the whole temple just goes like shakes. When you do that, and the tentacle like moves, like lets go,
Aha!
and then all of a sudden you hear.
we go.
12 tentacles come out and all go to grab you. Start wrapping you up.
12.
In 10, you'd be fine.
Yeah, 12 seems like a lot.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8.
Can I
Does he?
run in and try to help him or no?
Okay, roll opposing grapple check. You need to equal 4 6s.
I need to equal 4 6s on each of them. So I throw 4 6s in a row, you're saying?
Yes, and if you can't, if you roll a 6, you get to roll just one extra just to try to stop it.
Okay. 3, 2, 4, 4.
No. So it picks you up in the air and it has them like this. He goes, son! He runs in. He goes, he takes his sword and strikes at the tentacle. Ugh, I just rolled 2 1s and 2 2s.
That's
He has
very unlike him.
16. It doesn't. He made up for it. So I rolled 16 on the precision. So he comes up bad form, clumsily goes over there, just trying to make his way through, and then he attacks the tentacle. does 24 damage. Hits the tentacle. It gets damaged. Roll a d6. Actually, I'm sorry. Roll an agility check. Give me a 6, and you can wiggle your way out of it because the thing gets shocked. No. That's kind of a gimme too because there's a lot of holding here. But he hits it, does damage to it. From yours, how much damage did you do? 29?
Yep.
Okay, I did 24. Okay, but it has you.
I run up and I attack the tentacle
Okay.
with my staff.
Okay. You run up to hit the tentacle. I'll let you go last because I imagine you're.
Yeah, I was
staying
going to
back.
run in. Same thing.
You run in. Okay. Carlinger just goes, throws the crystal daggers out. You guys, everybody can roll if you're attacking. Go ahead.
I'm attacking the throne with my hammer. Smash the throne.
Oh, you're running in. I thought you were staying back. Okay. Okay. Carl Linger alone, those crystal things are going, and they're hitting the thing and just breaking through the tentacles, and 2 tentacles just like drop. You still have other ones holding you onto you though.
Keep going.
57.
Damage?
Yeah. You said
Wow.
10d6.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot you had it. I was just shocked. Give me a one-time 1d6 roll.
2.
Okay.
Do we have any? I have any new stats for my new hammer?
It'd be 10d6 also.
Damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
I rolled a crit on the attack. So
Special?
yeah, the special.
For now-
I did 22 damage,
Yeah.
like normal, plus whatever like the special. That's like Dowling showing up and like attacking,
Oh.
right? Isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
You get frag rash, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so-
I felt like you weren't getting what I was saying.
That's
Yes,
right.
I wasn't.
That one shows up and kicks everybody's butt.
I was like, they tremble in fear and they move on.
Very good, very good. Yes, yes,
Say,
yes.
"Woo," you see Thowin appear, and he's like, he slashes 1d6 of the tentacles. One.
Man.
He
roll.
slashes one of the Okay.
Aha.
5.
5.
Nice.
He leaps into the air. He puts the sword up and salutes you, like nods to you.
Yeah.
It disappears. Okay, so enough tentacles have happened, have been broken, where you could probably get free. I'll give you a roll, add 2 dice to your agility check. Looking for a 1-6.
There
You got
go. 6.
Okay, you fall to the ground. Lord Eldrin puts his like arm behind you, like gets in front of you, and he's like, "With me, son." And he starts attacking the tentacles again. You're attacking as well.
No, I'm not. I'm going to use this opportunity to ask a question now that I've used my game as a foot skill. I should have some knowledge of the area, right? So I'm going to ask you a yes or no question.
Could be anything about the terrain, the area.
Okay. Is the Dark Heart within my physical reach without having to dive into the water? The blood, rather.
Not all of it. So I know it's yes or no question, but it isn't within your reach. But you can sense that because of your natural senses that it's bigger, way
Wow.
bigger. It's like an iceberg.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Yeah, it's deep underneath. This is the one that's been growing.
I rolled a 13 attacking the throne.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah,
Okay.
You're just stacking a bone throw.
My
I feel like the joke every time I say it.
Well,
the bone throw.
I know. It's like
20,
There's a lot of jokes there.
it's
Yeah.
something Stifler would say.
Yeah.
30, 33 damage to the throne.
Okay. You put a large like crack into one of the bones on the throne. When you do it, all of a sudden, you get some sort of vision. You're standing in like absolute darkness, and you see Hutch. You have become worthy of my power. Do you wish for even greater power? To not be imprisoned by the mortality of your body, or even this world. You can have the power to save everyone you love and destroy everyone you hate. This army can be your army. I would sit back and let you have the reins. You can be the new necromancer. Just sit down on the throne, and we can become one.
I try to shake free of the vision.
You do so. It's gone. You're standing there with your hammer looking at the throne. Tentacles. They come up anew. Everyone's going to roll their agility checks. You're looking for a 6. If you fail, you are grabbed by a tentacle. Cole, it just grabs like a leg.
Fail.
I failed.
1.
Failed.
Failed.
Okay. It picks all of you up, picks you up. Carl is going to have advantage because Carl's a Master Shadow, and oh my god, he makes it by 1. The loot makes it. Eldarin does not make it. He's picked up. Eldarin, Kadok, Maya, William are picked up. One just grabs around your leg. And Carl and the loot are able to stay free of it. And the tentacles do not go after you. You're free. You're first up.
Me?
Yeah. Held, free.
Can he control the tentacles?
Yeah. Gained an option before. You could take control of the dark art.
I have to take control of the dark heart, though. The tentacles are the dark heart.
Yeah. Also, because of how everything's going, because of things are changing, the ownership is going to rise by 1% every round.
What do you mean?
So we're going to put it at 16% to take control of the dark art. It's going to get harder every round.
When he tells me sit in the throne, is he essentially telling me take control of the dark heart?
You don't know. He's just saying sit in the throne.
Okay. No. I take the hammer again. Try to smash the throne.
Roll your attack.
Do I have to attack, or do I just roll damage?
You have to make your attack.
Okay. All right, that's a 6. 6 plus 9 is 15, plus 8 is 18. Hit.
Okay. Deal damage.
Question.
All right, so that's 10. 10. 25, 26, 27, 28. 34 damage.
Okay.
30.
When I tell you.
Question. Can he take control of the heart without sitting on the throne?
You don't know.
You don't know.
We don't know.
Oh, we
yet.
don't know. Okay.
How much damage total?
34.
34 damage. You strike the throne. All of a sudden, you're in that area again. This time, you see him flying around at a distance. And you see Katic is there.
Hutch,
Katic, what are you doing here?
I'm merely here to see what you would do. Lowly blacksmith. Now suddenly presented with all the power in the world. It must be quite the temptation to have spent all your life toiling away, seeing your superiors accomplish great things. Of course, you aided them in it. Your sword accomplished great things in the hands of many a knight. Anyone who knows you swears you're a jolly enough fellow. Good old Hutch. Hutch, cast aside these dreams you have, these aspirations. Be satisfied with what you are. What blacksmith, not some great hero.
All of a sudden, William appears, walks up behind, like right next to Katic.
Hutch. Well, have you done it?
Have I done what?
You know, finish this.
What are you talking about, William?
You know, like what Katic was saying. You know, what you came here to do.
Katic is convinced that I'm here to finish taking my place as a lowly blacksmith.
Well, I mean, you know.
I know what, William. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to tell me?
Maybe he's right.
I've handed weapons to countless warriors over all these years. And none of you can ever recognize the power that I have with my own weapon. The power that runs through me right now.
Well, it's great, but, you know, let's face it. You know, you're not like really a knight, right? You know, you can go through everything that we went through to be a knight, right?
He makes a point, Hutch. Circumstances were quite unusual.
A field commendation? Yeah. It's not real.
Any companion could have been knighted in such a situation.
No.
Nothing. No small thing, certainly, but come now.
No one could have done what I did. That's why I was knighted.
You appear back and you stand there in front of the throne, and immediately you just look over to them and roll will check. With your normal specs.
My will is 1.
Then roll a will check.
1.
You're pretty sure you just caught their actual thoughts. What they really feel. Out of game, Damien did say that, and Katic did say all that, so it is absolutely true what you just heard. Oh, what did I miss? What did I do?
Just Rob being Rob.
Yeah, just robbing it up.
Robbing it up.
Rubbing it up.
Oh man.
I look at William. I look over at Katic.
I realize it's all pointless. I put my head down. I drop my hammer. I sit on the throne. I put my face in my hands.
You sit down on a throne and you go like, "Ah!" You see all this energy rush through you, and your skin just like starts melting off your body. He turns like skeletal, and you guys see that the necromancer comes down, and like transparent, and like flows into his body.
Scream to
You
Hutch.
can now you can't stand up, but you can now speak as your new self. You are actually in control, but you are the necromancer.
I don't. What am I thinking? What am I feeling?
You're feeling everything you're feeling plus what the necromancer feels. I want ultimate power. I want to be in charge. People don't know how to run this world. I do. These mortals are ruining it. The ancients are ruining it. No one treats me correctly. They don't give me the proper respect. I can be reasonable. I can run things the way that I think it should be run, and I will. And I've done that because I actually worked and put the time in to gain this power. I deserve this, and I'm going to show people I deserve this. Those are the feelings you get from the necromancer. They're trying to annihilate you. They're trying to annihilate the necromancer. They're trying to destroy his very heart. They want you to not exist.
This world is my world. My world! You never saw me as an equal. You never saw me as deserving. You never saw me as anyone who can wield any influence, any power. You saw me as a servant. Nothing more than your lowly servant. I will show you that this world does not deserve to be wiped out. This world does not deserve to fall. With me at the head of this world, I will show you what this world can be, and I will show you what I can be.
And that is where we end this episode today for Audio Dungeon.
Let me be honest with you, sir. I'm from another timeline. This plane is not real.